Hey skiers, I'm Jeff from SkiEssentials.com. Welcome to our 2026 ski test. Today we're talking about the K2 Mindbender 99 Ti. This ski's been around for a while now. It's not like this is a brand new, fresh product, but it still definitely holds its own in the around 100 underfoot category, especially the around 100 underfoot with metal category. And I think it has some elements to it that make it pretty unique. It's a little bit more versatile, a little bit easier to maneuver than some like metal clad heavier skis around 100 underfoot. And that it does a good job kind of bridging the gap between a powerful ski with metal and a playful off-piste ski, and kind of sits in between those things, which is a great place to be. Maybe leans a little bit towards the powerful metal side rather than the like super playful side. I think you saw that reflected. I remember Camden had some feedback in our ski test that kind of noted that it was exceptionally versatile and you could take it anywhere, but it didn't feel particularly playful. It felt more stable and more predictable. But a lot of skiers really like stable and predictable skis, and yeah, I think there's a lot to like here. All the Mindbender skis all the Mindbender TI skis are built the same, and then really the C skis are all built the same, more or less. So an Aspen microblock wood core in this ski, pretty dense wood core. You can actually feel some heft in this thing when it's in your hand. Full vertical sidewalls all the way through. There's really no cap construction in this ski. Maybe you could say the tip is cap construction, but not really. It pretty much just tapers into super thin, so there's kind of nothing up there. And then we get Titanal Y-beam. So the way that they position Titanal in these Mindbender skis is in the shape of a Y. So up here in the forebody, it kind of runs along the edges. It does get thicker right here, and then narrower there, and then it goes full width underfoot, and then it tapers into just the center of the ski, and then kind of bulges out right there into a wider section of metal. And it's basically K2's way of doing a couple things. One, giving the ski good vibration damping, good stability from having that much metal. And I think the way that they kind of increase the surface area of the metal in certain sections really helps quiet the ski. It also controls torsional stiffness. So up here, where the metal is, where the metal is along the edge, you get a little bit more precision, a little bit more torsional stiffness and grip. You get a lot underfoot, and then having that metal in the middle allows the tail to twist and release more easily. So it's a pretty cool way to build the ski. You actually see a very similar concept on the Mindbender carbon skis. In those skis, they use it in how they're kind of weaving the carbon, whether it's a tight weave or a looser weave. Like I said, you can feel some heft in these skis. This is a 172. It's 99 underfoot, so we're getting up into a pretty big ski here. 1,900 grams, which for a 172 is, it's starting to be noteworthy in how heavy it is. But something that I really like about Mindbender TI skis is they're stiff, but they're not like jarringly stiff. And I think that's really nice to have. I will say the 99 is perhaps a little stiffer than the 89. And to me, it's always skied that way too. It's always felt like a little bit more ski than the 89, even though they share the same recipe, the same ingredients. When you just kind of increase the width and surface area of a ski, so you have more metal underfoot here, it is changing the overall characteristic of the ski just a little bit. And then, like I was saying, the Mindbender skis, especially the TI skis, they definitely separate themselves from the pack in that metal-clad all-mountain category because they do have pretty long rocker. Rocker profile starts about there in the tip, relatively low camber, and then quite a lot of tail rocker. If you compared this to a lot of skis that are around 100 underfoot with metal, you're gonna see less tail rocker back there in a lot of skis. So what that does is it makes the Mindbender skis feel not playful, like I mentioned, but certainly very capable basically anywhere you take them. Mark was on it in our ski test, and we've learned that Mark he's very honest with his feedback, and he's really quick to tell us if he doesn't like a ski. And he loved the Mindbender 99 Ti, said he could take it anywhere, said it was like the quintessential all-mountain ski that you could do anything on. And I know for a fact that he's the type of skier that is used to skiing on something with metal. He wants to have some metal in his skis. He wants to have that bite and that grip and that stability and the confidence. But I also know that he likes to explore in the trees. He likes to ski steep mogul runs. And he felt like he could do all those things on the Mindbender 99 Ti. So I think that's a really good way to think about it. You know, if you want really good performance when it comes to grip and carving and stability, but you also want to go off trail. You know, you're willing to sacrifice maybe a touch of precision to gain some off-piste performance. And that's kind of the perfect description of this ski. Like I said, it is a little interesting. Like, as you kind of move up in width in the Mindbender line, they do get a little bit more demanding. So from 89 to 99, I think like the 89 could be skied by, you know, an athletic intermediate, a progressing skier like that. The 99, I am not 100% sure why, but it does feel like a little bit more ski. It kind of demands a little bit more from you. So just because of that, I don't really feel like it's a great choice for an intermediate. If an intermediate was shopping in this width range, it is a little narrower, but the Mindbender 96C is almost definitely going to be a better choice. But if you've got the skiing chops and you can handle a ski like this, and you want it to be a little bit more versatile than some other choices on the market right now, really good ski. So that's it. That's the K2 Mindbender 99 Ti. Let us know if you have any questions about it, and we will see you out there on the slopes.